Phil, just welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so thrilled that you're here. And what a phenomenal block. This was just fantastic. So let's start off with, tell us, starting here, tell us who you are and what role did you play on this TV pilot film and who you're representing in this film.
Hi, I'm Rob Smithline. I'm the writer and director of the Hunters Anthology.
I'm Nikki Akmal. I'm the producer of the Hunters Anthology.
Thank you.
I'm Taylor August. I played Mac in Hunters Anthology.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Eric Colton. I played Rod in the Hunters Anthology.
I'm Alicia Foxworth. I was Mrs. Capshaw in the Hunters Anthology.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really inspired by The Twilight Zone and Tales from the Crypt and some of the horror humor, and thriller stories that came with it. So it was a good way to take a bunch of short films that I'd written that all could work together, and then creating a wraparound story that could bring them all together. And they're all very different. This was one episode that we showed. So yeah, it was really just my love for that kind of genre.
And just a quick little question. This was shot on a subway?
Well, sort of. It was shot on a PATH train.
Oh.
That was not a running PATH train. It was actually in Kingston, New York, at a trolley museum, and it was the last surviving PATH train of 9/11. So it was kind of a museum atmosphere, but we were able to black out all the windows and all the doors and make it look like it was a stopped train.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Because it was in a field, so it was actually sitting in a field, so we had to black out all the windows, and we shot in the middle of summer, so it was hard.
And very
Very
creative,
hot.
very
Yeah.
creative. Let's talk about the casting. How did you go about casting the project? How did you prepare your actors?
Okay. Well, the way we casted, we cast in a lot of different ways because we did 5 episodes that all had a different cast, except for the people that were on the train. So they were in the whole thing. But I mean, for who we have up here, for Taylor, for Mac, we casted him in a quick rush. So we got a lot of tapes, and he really commanded.
When you say tapes, that's self-tapes.
Yeah, self-tapes, yes. But he really commanded the train, and really it was intimidating, and he worked really well for the role. Physically big guy. So he was great, and finding a Mac was tricky because he's so specific. So Taylor did a great job. And then Eric, who played Rod, was from the beginning. He's on the train. We didn't see his episode, but his episode is a bit more of a comedy than any of the others. It's about a lust potion, not a love potion, a lust potion, which is part of the joke. But he really had the humor, and he plays kind of awkward sometimes and confident at others, and also did a great job, and was one of the first people I cast.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, I was definitely drawn to the character. I felt like I connected to him, and felt like he was an outsider. And there's, ways that you can connect to that. And yeah, I also from the South, so I was like, well, this is a good way for me to connect with my Southern roots and kind of like bring out that cowboy and that, fun character part. So I just had fun with it. Yeah.
I completely forgot about Alicia. I'm very sorry. She's in the Asylum episode, and she was great at kind of holding all her cards to her chest. She's very creepily friendly, over the top friendly. That's exactly what I wanted out of the role, because she's not who she says she is. She was great.
For me, my character Rod, it was an interesting challenge because the flashback goes into his past, so you're looking at a character from different stages in his life, and as Rob mentioned, there's confidence issues there, there's false bravado, and it comes out comedically. So my preparation involved, where did the lack of confidence come from, not matching the way I looked? And so it involved a lot of history of the character and going through the history, and where does that insecurity come from, and what happened in between the flashback into the lust potion episode and the present day of the subway. So it was really an enjoyable process of learning this character, writing a whole backstory for the character, and I was really happy with how that ended up coming out in the 2 different time periods that I got to portray.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I think when Rob gave us the scripts and the background, I tried to look at it as a mother who loves her son, but obviously that was the vantage point, and just knowing that, like he said, I couldn't reveal anything until it was revealed. So did a lot of working with other actors to prepare, went to some studios and just taped some stuff and sent in myself tapes, and just crossed my fingers and let it go.
Always a great way to do this. Was this pre-pandemic or?
Pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic, okay.
We actually finished shooting the hospital scene February 2019.
Yeah, we just made it, so we did a lot of posts during the pandemic. Yeah, but the reason we were able to get it was because it was being renovated, and it
We were the
worked.
last people to shoot in that wing before they renovated it.
Yeah, and it was creepy because it wasn't done, and there was things all over the place, and it was empty. So it worked well.
Well, it actually worked for what you.
Exactly, yeah.
Those crazy things.
I mean, I guess the hope is to have a second season. We did finish the whole series, so this was just one episode, and we are online to see the whole thing. So you can hopefully you watch it here. You want to see the other stories, you can watch it on Amazon or Tubi.
How wonderful!
Yeah.
How wonderful! For the Hunter anthology, what would be your thoughts for the second season? Let's go for that second season. Yeah.
It's already written completely, and it would be another kind of adventure with Mac, trapping more people, maybe this time in a nightclub, and 5 new stories that are all very different and hopefully as exciting.
And have you've written all of this already?
Yeah.
And what stage are you in? Are you
I guess development.
development
Yeah.
stage? Okay. And funding for that as well, or that's already there?
Looking for funding.
Looking for funding, always looking. For,
Always looking for
always.
funding. I also want to say that our DP is in the audience, Ben
Oh.
Wolf.
Take a bow. Take a bow. Woo-hoo.
One of our actors from the 5th episode, Adriana Bremont.
Oh.
And I think Bridget's here, Bridget Crisanino. There she is.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's in the 4th episode. So not up today, but here.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, please.
Hi, I'm curious to know for you writers, how collaborative are you with the actors? Is it a very strict kind of, this is the script and you have the actors basically jump into it, or do you collaborate and kind of devise a little bit as well, seeing where the characters take them?
I'm just going to repeat that in case anybody didn't hear it. The collaboration between the writers and the actors, how much collaboration is there?
Yeah.
Okay, take it away, whoever wants it.
Working with the actors, I have it down on the page. You know, I spent time writing it, but I personally love being on set and just seeing what the actors are going to bring to it, and then tell me what they want to do. If they want to change words and they feel better about it, you know, I can always say no, but usually I say yes. I mean, I appreciate that, and I feel like it usually improves it. So, I don't want to do like complete improvisation of the whole thing, but you know, as far as like moments, I look forward to that, and it always seems to improve things for me.
Well, this was an amazing, amazing, talented writers, producers, directors, actors, as emerging artists, just absolutely thank you so much. Let's everybody give a round of applause. Thank you so much.